Hello. All right, today we are doing section 2.5, absolute value equations, so make sure that you write this down. Remember that on this video that you can pause anytime you need to. Okay. So, what this is saying is that the absolute value of this stuff equals 4. And this stuff is kind of like a number on the inside. So basically, whatever y plus 2 ends up to be, that the absolute value of it's going to equal 4, which means that the stuff inside y plus 2 has to either equal positive 4 or negative 4. So basically, to solve an absolute value equation, you're going to split it into two problems. The first one, you're going to say that the inside of the absolute value equals what it originally was. And then the second equation, you're going to write the inside of the absolute value equals the opposite of that, the negative answer. And then we're going to solve both of them. So to get y by itself here, I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides, and I get y equals positive 2 as one of my answers. And here I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides, and negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. So if you put in 2, or if you put in negative 6 into this original equation, you'll get a good answer. So just to prove it to you, and this is all you would have to do for this problem, but just to prove it to you, I'm going to try plugging in these answers to show you what happens. So if I plug in a 2 plus 2 here equals 4, and on the other one I'm going to plug in absolute value negative 6 plus 2, absolute value equals 4. So 2 plus 2 is 4, and the absolute value of a positive 4 is also 4, so this one works. And on this one, if I plug in negative 6, I get negative 6 plus 2, which is negative 4. But remember, an absolute value always makes everything positive, so this is technically 4 equals 4 anyway, and that also works. So that's why you split up the two equations, because on one, we're trying to get positive 4 on the inside, and the other, we're trying to get negative 4. Remember, this stuff that I wrote right here is just to prove to you why this works. The only part that you'd actually have to do on a problem is that much up there. All right, so let's try a second problem. Absolute value of 2x minus 4, absolute value equals 8. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video right now and try it yourself. Remember to split it into two equations. I'll wait. Psych, I'm not going to wait because you can pause the video. So pause it if you haven't already. All right, I'm going to write out this one. 2x minus 4 equals positive 8, and 2x minus 4 equals negative 8. And if I'm solving them, first thing I have to do on this one is add 4 to both sides. I get 2x equals 8 plus 4 is 12. And then to get x by itself, I divide by 2 on both sides, and I get x equals 6. On this one, if I add 4 on both sides, I get 2x equals negative 4, because negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. And then if I divide by 2 on both sides, I get negative 2. So that's 6 and negative 2. All right. Example 3. Hopefully you got that one right. Now this one is particularly tricky because it's the absolute value of 3x minus 4 absolute value equals negative 1. And this is a hard problem to explain, so go ahead and write it down, then I'll explain it. So on the left side of the equation here, we have an absolute value, and an absolute value always ends up positive. Even if the stuff inside ends up being like negative 10, then the absolute value would make it positive. So this side is going to be positive no matter what, whatever it turns out to be. And this side is a negative 1. And a positive number can never equal -1. Maybe like if this was a positive number could equal 8, sure. A positive number could equal a positive 8, but it can't equal a -1. So this is no solution. And maybe I'll write out some instructions right here and say this. You can never have an absolute value equals a negative number. This can't happen. If you ever see this, it's a no solution problem. So maybe when you look at your homework, you want to just quickly scan over and see which ones are absolute values equal a negative number, and know that those ones are definitely out. Your homework is page 105, numbers. Let's do 2 through 18 evens. And they say on this homework here that you need to graph the answer, which just means put it on a number line, but I'm not going to have you do that. So you just have to have your answers like I did up here, like that. All right, that's it. 6 minutes, that's not bad for a video. I'll talk to you later. Bye.